Hi, my name is Muhammad Ilman.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Amrul Lenial. So today we're going to present regarding our findings of the topic of quality management and relating those topics, the things that we learn to the companies of Nestle Malaysia Berhad.
Stay tuned.
So as for the introduction, I would like to explain regarding about why we chose Nestle. Nestle is actually one of the biggest company in the world, and not to include the brands under Nestle happens to be quite a lot, especially when it comes to like brands such as KitKat, Maggi, such and such. So that's the reason why we chose Nestle, because of it's a well-established company. Therefore, their quality in terms of managing their quality is top-notch. So that's why we want to learn regarding about what could be improvised and relating those background to the things that we learn in class. So as for the quality management, I reckon the company itself happens to have like lots of similarities relating to the topic that we learn.
Nestle Malaysia Berhad, a subsidiary of Nestle SA, since 1912, produces popular products like Milo and Maggi noodles. It actively engages in CSR initiatives, such as community outreach and environmental conservation, promoting health and sustainability.
So, I'm gonna present about the definition of total quality tools. So, total quality tools are the key elements of total quality management framework. So, it can help an organization to identify and analyze and eventually to bring improvements about such quality related issues that can be like such as allow data driven, and for our company that we choose, that is Nestle Malaysia, and therefore companies like that cannot afford to overlook the integration of total quality tools to ensure the effectiveness and of monitoring and improvement their quality of their products.
Total quality tools are crucial for organizations like Nestle Malaysia to identify and improve quality issues, ensuring regulatory compliance and consumer trust. Powell, 1995. Research shows these tools, including TQM, lead to better performance and commercial benefits. Alcaraz et al., 2021. Strategic implementation enhances product quality and customer satisfaction.
For the next part, I'm going to talk about the 7 quality tools, which are so on the first one is Pareto chart, that is focused on the 80 and 20% rule. So basically, the 20% rule will be the main focus of any organization. So because if it's not settled, it will be an effect to the 80% of the problems. So for the next is cause and effect diagrams, or Ishikawa or fishbone diagram. So basically it's an important tool, particularly in finding roots, that is cause and effect diagram, more to popularity known as Ishikawa or fishbone diagram. So for the third one is check sheet. So check sheet is structured form for systematic data collection and analysis that contributes much to identifying and rectifying problems in a very short time. That's all. So for the next part is histograms. So histograms are basically graphical representation that shows the shape of the distribution of the given data points. Therefore, it could be useful for understanding the patterns and also the probability of fathoming anomalies. So next is like scatter diagrams. Scatter diagrams is otherwise known as scatter plots. Graphing tools used in analyzing variables on also relations and also correlating them. for the sixth point, that is run charts and control charts. Run charts and control charts are important tools in process performance in monitoring over time while identifying trends and assessing the stability of the process. So for the last of the total quality tools is stratification. That is the technique or which segregates on data on various criteria and which instrument and identifying patterns and the root causes data which sets.
3.1 Pareto chart. Identifies and prioritizes key issues, 80% of problems from 20% of causes. Improves quality control by highlighting common mistakes. Enhances resource allocation and communication. 3.2 Cause and effect diagrams, Ishikawa or fishbone diagram. Finds root causes of problems in categories e.g., machinery, methods. Supports effective problem solving and corrective actions. 3.3 Check sheets. Collects real-time data on defects and errors. Tracks trends and identifies deviations for corrective actions. Supports continuous quality improvement. 3.4 Histograms. Shows data distribution patterns to identify anomalies. Helps adjust processes and improve product quality. 3.5 Scatter diagrams. Analyzes variable relationships and correlations. Optimizes processes for better product quality and consistency. 3.6 Run charts and control charts. Monitors process performance and identifies trends. Ensures product quality consistency and process control. 3.7 Stratification. Segregates data to identify patterns and root causes. Targets interventions and improves overall quality management.
So as explained by Elman just now, he had explained regarding about the 7 quality tools, but that's not it. There are actually a lot others. So the others quality tools are affinity diagram, tree diagram, matrix diagram, PDPC, as well as activity network diagram. So we're going to explain regarding about those in the next session. As for affinity diagram, they revolve mostly on the feedback of the customer. So they are going to improvise based on the suggestions or the improvement or the how we call it constructive criticism from the employers or the customers, and then we're going to compile all those big data and then improvise based on the suggestion suggested by the customer. So as for the tree diagram, the main component of the tree diagram is actually breaking down into parts, hierarchy. So what are the customer in need, less need, and not need. So after classifying those needs into the categories or the hierarchy, the company could prioritize on the things with the highest in need. Therefore, improvement could be made drastically towards the quality or the management of the company. So as for the metric diagram, it's more or less a relativity between complex diagrams. So meaning to say, if like a suggestion happens to have like tons of relations with the other diagrams, therefore it is highly associated with the quality or the needs of the customer. So therefore the matrix diagram will also be used when there happen to be like tons of suggestions that are needed to be improvised by the company. Therefore those suggestions that happen to have like tons of correlations between the other suggestions, therefore it shows that the importance of that thing to be prioritized. Therefore it shows therefore it's something that is needed to be catered as soon as possible. So the third one is PDPC, Process Decision Program Chart. So it is highly related to the things that we learn. I learned back when I was in semester 2, that is POLC, Planning, Organizing, Leading and Controlling. So they need to have a proper planning regarding about the improvements that are needed to be taken by the company, and then they have like organize and set up a meeting so that the meeting could make sure that everyone happens to be on track. So as the outcome, everyone could ensure that they are heading towards the same goal as everyone else. So that's how PDPC works. So the last one would be activity network diagram. So it's more or less like a Gantt chart. So meaning to say that every project happens to have a deadline. So they are in schedule to make sure that they happens to achieve those targets under the deadline, or else they fail to comply with the activity network diagram. So yeah, it's highly related to the time management of everyone in the company.
4.1 Affinity Diagram organizes ideas based on natural relationships. Groups customer feedback and employee suggestions into actionable categories. Helps prioritize quality improvement initiatives. 4.2 Tree Diagram provides a hierarchical structure to break down complex issues. Details customer needs and steps for achieving quality objectives. Ensures thorough and professional quality management. 4.3 Matrix Diagram identifies relationships between different groups of information. Links customer requirements with product specifications. Enhances product quality and customer satisfaction. 4.4 Process Decision Program Chart, PDPC. Plan steps to meet objectives and lists potential problems and countermeasures. Helps strategize on countermeasures for possible challenges. Improves project success rates and manages risks. 4.5 Activity Network Diagram schedules and controls project activities, establishing task sequence and dependencies. Manages projects effectively with resource allocation. Ensures timely project completion and successful deliverables.
So for 5.0, there is quality function development. It is means structured approach to the design of the products and services which emphasize satisfying its customers' requirements. QFD processes involves identifying customer requirements and translating them into design specification, ranking them with respect to prioritize and flexibility criteria.
Quality Function Deployment, QFD, is a structured approach to product design focusing on customer requirements. At Nestlé Malaysia, QFD integrates customer preferences into product development, ensuring high satisfaction by aligning products with consumer desires, such as healthier snack options.
So for 6.0, that is the definition of statistical process control, or SPC. So it has been one of the most popular methods employed in monitoring and controlling processes for optimal operation and consistency quality.
Statistical Process Control, SPC, is a method for monitoring and controlling processes to maintain consistent quality. At Nestlé Malaysia, SPC is crucial for detecting and addressing variations in production promptly. For instance, by monitoring parameters like temperature and ingredient ratios, Nestlé ensures every product batch meets quality standards. This proactive approach enhances efficiency and customer satisfaction by preventing defects and ensuring product uniformity.
As 7.0, it means rationales for SPC at Nestlé Malaysia Berhad. It means that how can the company improvise their quality or as well as their efficiency when it comes like producing products. So there are tons of actions that could be taken by the Nestlé company, such as improving. First one is increasing product quality by reducing variability. So it means that making sure that there's no setbacks when it comes like manufacturing things. So as an example, if a machine happens to be on high temperature, it might affect the texture of a hot chocolate, because Nestle is well-known company for producing tons of chocolate. So that's why I'm using something that is highly related to the company itself. So therefore, by making sure that the temperature is on a good condition, it ensures that the quality happens to be on a perfect scale. Therefore, it reduces variability. So the second one is improving process efficiency. It means that they have to make sure that everything's on time, so there's no time wastage when it comes like, for an example, we take pouring milk into the carton. So by doing those things under schedule, by scheduling those things, it reduces the time waste when it comes like the product may be it may affect indirectly regarding about towards the shelf life of the product. So by having everything on a tight schedule, it reduces and increases the efficiency, increases the efficiency of the product or the process it takes in order to like move a product from one place to another. So 7.3 shows that enabling proactive decision making. It means that the feedback or the outcome of the product, and then we're going, the managers or the decision maker could utilize those big data and then make an improvement based on the data that they received or collected from the outcome after they had done some actions towards processing those manufacturers. Next is reducing waste and rework costs. Meaning to say, they highly keen on checking the product or the condition of the machine used when it comes like producing the manufacturing. Therefore, it reduces the possibility of things could go wrong if like the machine happens to be on good condition. So therefore indirectly it affects the efficiency or the product's outcome of the making sure that the machine happens to be in a good condition. So the last one, is increasing customer satisfaction. The actions of SPC highly affects towards the loyalty of the customer, because if the customer is highly satisfied with the product, they would highly repeat, and it brings a good image towards the brand. Therefore, it increases the revenue or the outcome towards the company itself. Therefore, it shows that these are the actions that should be taken, or the outcome of SPCs.
Improving product quality by reducing variability. SPC reduces process variability, ensuring consistent quality like maintaining chocolate texture despite temperature changes. Enhancing process efficiency. Tight control of process parameters minimizes disruptions, enhances productivity, and reduces costs. Enabling proactive decision-making. Real-time SPC data allows proactive measures to maintain high-quality standards and prevent deviations. Reducing waste and rework costs. Early detection of process variations prevents defects like moisture inconsistencies in powdered milk, reducing waste and rework. Increasing customer satisfaction. Consistent product quality builds consumer trust and satisfaction, fostering loyalty and competitive advantage.
So as for 8.0, I'm going to explain regarding about the control track. The control track is actually very simple to understand because of it's just a mere chart. When the data or the outcome of the product of the quality, and then we gathers all those data and then transforms those things into chart. There are acceptable level, which is the average level. Those level should be in between the outcome of the data. If the data exceeds the average level, then therefore it shows that the product is not in a good condition. The data is in between. So this is like the average level. If the data collected is beyond the expected level, therefore it shows that the quality is not in a good condition.
The control chart is a fundamental tool in SPC used at Nestlé Malaysia Berhad to monitor data trends over time. It features a center line for average values and upper/lower control limits to detect deviations from norms. Used in processes like ingredient mixing and packaging weight for Milo, it ensures consistency and efficiency by promptly identifying and addressing deviations to maintain high product quality and process stability.
Management roles and in MPC at Nestle Malaysia Berhad. So as we know, management plays a critical role in successful implementation and sustainability of SPC and, and within Nestle and undertaking several key responsibilities. So there are five. The first one is providing leadership and commitment to quality. So it is Nestle Management Berhad plays a very crucial and important role in successful by implementation and the maintenance of its statistical process control. Next is for 9.2, it is allocating resources for training and implementation. It is another critical role engagement for provisions for resources and training in proper application of SPC tools. So for the third one, it is 9.3, it is encouraging a culture of continuous improvement. It means that the next aspect of management and contingently foster a culture and continuous improvement within the organization. Next is 9.4. It is setting goals and benchmarks by other critical responsibility of management in driving quality. So improvement efforts in settling clear goals and benchmarks. It should be specific by measure, achievable, relevant, and time bound to clear guidance to the team. And lastly is reviewing SPC data to make informed decisions. That means that the management should actively review SPC data and make informed decisions on process improvements.
Providing leadership and commitment to quality. Management leads quality improvement efforts, emphasizing SPC integration into daily operations. Allocating resources for training and implementation. Management ensures adequate resources for SPC training and tools like advanced statistical software. Encouraging a culture of continuous improvement. Management fosters an environment where SPC is part of ongoing improvement efforts, recognizing employee contributions. Rangasamy et al., 2002. Setting goals and benchmarks. Management establishes clear, measurable goals aligned with strategic objectives to guide SPC implementation. Reviewing SPC data to make informed decisions. Management uses SPC data to identify trends and areas for process improvement, ensuring consistent product quality.
So I'm going to explain regarding about the 5 statistical process that should be taken or keen to be taken by the company. The first one is process selection, meaning to say they have to make sure that the process that they do happens to be in need with in catering the problems that they face. For example, the seven tools could be used to counter the problem that the company may face when it comes to like producing the products. The second one is staff training. They have to make sure that the staff happens to be in adequately trained. Therefore, if the staff is not adequately trained, they should be sent to improve their competency. The third one is data collection. They have to make sure that the data is in good condition, meaning to say they have to make sure that there's no anomalies or things beyond the expectation, such as defects or such and such. So the third one is control chart, the chart that I explained earlier, the easiest chart to understand. the average line. If things go beyond the expected data, then things are not as expected by the company. And the last one is continuous improvement. They have to make sure that they constantly improve themselves so that it reduces the waste, or it increases the efficiency and the product of the quality.
SPC at Nestle Malaysia involves 1. Selecting critical processes. 2. Training staff rigorously. 3. Systematic data collection and analysis for insights. 4. Using control charts for process monitoring and improvement, ensuring continuous quality enhancement and operational efficiency.
And lastly, for my part, it is 11.0, that is factors inhibiting the implementations of SPC. There are many factors can create problems for the successful implementation of SPC at Nestle Malaysia, and by solving the challenges is important to success in its initiative.
Implementing SPC at Nestle Malaysia faces challenges like lack of management commitment. Inadequate training on SPC tools. Employee resistance to change. Inconsistent data collection. Insufficient resources. Overcoming these requires enhanced training, fostering a culture of improvement, investing in analytics and technology, and strengthening supplier quality management.
So that's all from us. I hope you truly understand regarding about the things that we explain, or the improvement that need to be taken by the company, or it's just a mere suggestion from us. I hope you are well entertained, and I hope you learn something from us, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye and assalamualaikum.
Nestle Malaysia uses SPC and quality tools to ensure consistent quality and operational excellence. This approach includes tools like Pareto charts for issue prioritization and control charts for real-time process monitoring. Effective management leadership and a culture of continuous improvement are vital for success, aligning with strategic goals for competitiveness and sustainability.